Hello and welcome to Big Bang Cinema. I'm Isaac. It's Warren Anderson.
I'm Don Cornelius.
Don Cornelius.
I'm Don Cornelius.
That's correct.
I'm your host, Don Cornelius.
This is a movie show where we talk about movie news.
Movie reviews.
Every single thing in between. We talk before the show. It's a lot of fun.
I was just giving advice about a new job opportunity.
Yeah, and if you see me in person, that might be a fun thing for us to discuss. But you probably already know, because sometimes money's hard to come by. But Tyler, thank you so much for being here. Thank you all for being here, too. We really do appreciate it. We got a lot of fun topics for you, because this is our second to last show of the whole entire year, and it's going to end this season of Big Bang Cinema. We're going to start a new season. We're going to revamp some things. It's going to be a lot of fun. But starting now, time to get right into movie news without any further ado. And first up, we have Wonder Woman, 1984, which is a movie that we've been talking about a little bit. Finally just came out with a trailer.
And I read the screenplay for it, too.
And so no spoilers here.
All right.
But the trailer came out, and in case you don't know, this movie is directed by Miss Patty Jenkins, who directed the first one. And apparently this was in planning even before this movie was even really, the first movie ever came out, rather. And this movie basically revolves around Wonder Woman being in the 80s. Obviously, it's very 80s, very retro. Kristen Wiig's in it. Pedro Pascal is in it. And also Chris Pine's back, which a lot of people are having questions like how exactly he is in there because he died in the last movie. You kind of told me an idea of it, but we won't spoil it for everybody. But overall thoughts of this trailer, what did you think?
It had a serious case of the 80s.
Serious? Well, I mean, that seems like everything now, though. I mean, well, what did you think about the quality of it? Are you excited to see it? Like, did you like the direction they're going, or?
I thought the trailer was very well made. I like how everything, the gunshots, everything was in sync with the music. Mm-hmm. All the action bits was like in sync. I really like that. And then the part with the end with the lightning and everything, that was really, really neat. It was like really exciting. But I've read the screenplay. I don't think it's gonna be as exciting as this trailer makes it out to be.
You made it when you read the screenplay, quote unquote. It did sound a little basic and generic, and it did sound. I mean, I'm sure. Like, the only reason Wonder Woman got the fame it did is because it was decent.
Trust me, it sounded just as basic as a girl named Brittany.
Boy, you just made the best comment of the day, and that's not a. There we go.
Yes.
Sorry, that was a little off time, but
yes.
Hey, so was McClunky.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I also like this trailer a lot. I like the first Wonder Woman. I don't remember a whole lot about it, to be honest. I thought the movie was okay. I thought Gal Gadot did really good. I thought Patty Jenkins did a pretty solid job. This one, I like the tone of it. I like they're embracing more of a fun tone while still having some sort of serious overtones, keeping it a little bit different from Marvel in that regard. And Marvel's going more of the serious route. So I have no idea. It's also like that suit at the end. That suit at the end kind of looks pretty cool. Mm-hmm. I'm not a big comic book fan, like movie-wise, and you are much more into that than I am. Also, yes, Chris Pine's got a members-only jacket, and he works it way better than I do. So there you go, Chris Pine. Mm-hmm. You took another thing from me. Thanks, homie. And also, Kristen Wiig's in it. There's people have been saying that she's going to play some other character.
Cheetah.
Cheetah?
She's dressed like one right there.
Yeah, I mean, I figure with the print and everything, she's going to play Cheetah. Now, who's Cheetah, for people that don't
know? It's a cheetah woman. She's a villain.
Well, thanks for that, Tyler. Yeah. Thank you. And also, we have Mr. Pedro Pascal. Also, in this photo, does he kind of look like a much more handsome me? I don't know. Like
no, that's not true.
Just the face. Can we? Does that look anything close?
No,
am I crazy?
Not at all.
I look much more birdy and more.
Well, you like a little boy who looks like a man.
And Pedro Pascal, he finally took the Mandalorian helmet off, and now he took a break.
And now he's blonde.
Now he's blonde. Oh, is he blonde in this movie? I couldn't even notice.
Yeah. I think he's Maxwell Lord in it. And I think he's a villain in this one.
Okay. Well, either way, I'm not trying to compare myself to somebody as nice looking as Pedro Pascal, but at the same time, I am. Mm-hmm. Any final thoughts on this trailer?
I like the colors.
That's good enough for me. I'm curious to see how exactly it's going to go. But speaking about curious, Star Wars, we're going to keep talking about Star Wars no matter what. Star Wars Episode 9, all these actors that you see in this photo apparently say their characters are no longer going to be in any of the movies. They're going to be retired after this film. So,
AKA, it's over. It's going on hiatus. They're done.
I think that's good. I'm glad. I don't buy it. first off. I'm curious to see what you personally think about it. Like, if you think this is just them saying this, or like if it's all like a legit thing.
I think it's a legit thing. I think they're ready to do other things.
I think they're ready to do other things too. But do you think, like, in 10 years, when they're making the money train's going? Like, granted, this movie's not as highly anticipated as like maybe The Last Jedi was, or like maybe The Force Awakens was, but
Or Han Solo was.
or as Han Solo was. But people are most certainly, there's certain people that are very into these films. You know, a lot of people are going in trying to hate it, but a lot of people are very into these films. Give it 10 years, the money train is probably not going to stop. It's going to probably trickle off a little bit, but the money train's not going to stop. They'll bring these characters back in some form.
I know. I have a friend that they could end this movie where it's a child staring into a snow globe, imagining everything. He's gonna say it's genius.
Yes. Is this a friend that I also know?
Yeah, no, not a friend you know. We have a friend that cannot stand this, but
Yes.
but he
Well,
says
George Lucas apparently had his hand in this movie a lot.
so he might actually like this movie.
Yeah, he might say, yeah, these parts were good, and he'll Google what George Lucas did. But either way, I don't necessarily buy that these characters, we're not going to see them anymore. I'm sure we'll see them in other things. Oscar Isaac has done a few other things. Daisy Ridley has done a handful of things. Oscar Isaac's probably the most, the one I've seen outside of the world of Star Wars the most. Mm-hmm. And granted, he was an established actor before all of this. Like, he played inside Llewyn Davis, Ex Machina. He was in a lot of stuff. And
X-Men.
yeah, he was also in Drive.
Drive was phenomenal.
Yeah, John Boyega was in Attack of the Block. Daisy Ridley was only in a handful of things. Daisy Ridley's also been in a few other things and coming up too. But as far as how this movie is going to perform, we've talked about that a good deal. I think we should probably, in the story, kind of talking about, now that we're only a week away from Star Wars. Next week at this time will be the day of Star Wars coming out. I have my tickets. I'm seeing it mostly for work. But I am curious to see the exact direction they go in, and I think I know how it's going to go. But
Do you think it's going to flop?
No, I think
Like
it'll
Solo
have.
did?
No, I think it'll have a very strong first week and a pretty steep drop off in the second. That's what I think.
400 million?
No, I think it'll perform very well. I don't think it'll make $1 billion. It'll be kind of like it did pretty good, but I don't think it's going to lose money per se. I think it's going to be all right.
Just enough to make a budget. I mean, a profit.
Heard that. I think they're hedging their bets, and I think it'll be, it'll be an okay box office, but nothing spectacular. But speaking about nothing spectacular, Ghostbusters is coming out with a new movie, and get this, there's almost no women in this.
What?
Just kidding. There actually is a good amount of women in this, but hey, who cares as long as the movie's good. Anyway, Ghostbusters Afterlife, they came out with a trailer. Finn Wolfhard's in it, Paul Rudd's in it, and a little girl that looks like Egon Spengler's in it. So Tyler, what do you think about this movie?
Okay, it's got a weird feel for me. It feels like a retro 80s movie, but you tell it's not the 80s. That's the strangest part about it. It's built like an 80s movie, but it's not an 80s movie.
Well, it's based after one of the most famous 80s movies of all time.
See, and I got some things about it. You know, it was too serious. Too serious, because if you look at the trailers for the other Ghostbusters films, they were comedies. It was just they were situational humor about four people with really great chemistry, and because I mean you got what was that two of the greatest comedians of all time, comedic actors were in the film, and a lot of it's just improv dialogue between all of them.
Yeah, it's almost like you shouldn't have made a sequel or a spin-off of this kind of concept because it's more of a one-time thing. But I feel like there's one joke in the trailer, and that's what Finn Wolfhard said, like when they get under the table and everything. You know why I think that is?
What?
You remember that Ghostbusters movie that came out about 3 years ago?
Wait, which one?
Yeah, the one that there's no war in Ba Sing Se. You know.
Wait, what?
That's a quick Google searching.
What war in Ba Sing Se? But we're safe in Ba Sing Se.
Exactly. So I think it was because Ghostbusters 2016 came out and people absolutely hated that film. So they didn't want to put any jokes in this trailer because the last one was just so poorly received, the trailer. It's the most disliked video on YouTube.
Do you think that everyone here is also going to be the comic relief?
No, I think I should say who is behind this film. Jason Reitman, the son of Ivan Reitman, the guy that created the original.
I was say he created the first two originals.
Yeah, so Ivan Reitman created the first two. Jason Reitman's a great director in his own right. He directed recently Tully. He's directed a few other things that you most likely have seen. Finn Wolfhard obviously is one of the hottest young actors out right now. I don't know who the little girl is, but are you excited to see this movie whatsoever?
I would say I want to see what Sony's going to do after that. I really want to see it. I'm excited just to see how Sony planned on trying to fix what they did 3 years ago.
I don't think they'll even acknowledge it. I think they'll just move on, hedge their bets. I think it's a good decision on their part. I don't think you should reboot Ghostbusters at all, but curious to see what it's how it's going to be. But any final thoughts on this before we go on, buddy?
I like how Finn Wolfhard is playing Finn Wolfhard like he does in every single movie he's in.
He's good at it. Anyway,
Yeah.
speaking about playing the right thing at the right time, Playmobil didn't do that. Playmobil put out a movie called Playmobil the Movie, and guess what?
It
People
flopped.
thought it sucked. And so I remember when I got this topic ready, you asked, what is Playmobil?
Yeah.
Do you know what Playmobil is for real?
Rip off Legos.
Yes.
Looks like rip
That
off.
is exactly what they are. It was a company that basically saw Legos and like, we can do that, but worse. It's kind of like Sony, but in toy form.
Oh.
They decided to put out a movie after the Lego movie came out. It's like, well, we can do that too. We can make tons of money. So they hired STX Films, which produces a lot of like lower budget stuff. Obviously, Playmobil has a budget behind it, you know, and it's only released in just over about 2,300 theaters, just around North America. And I think it was the third lowest opening for a film, and playing more than in 2,000 locations. And I think I'm reading right here. The budget was a lot more than this, but I believe they priced the tickets at $5 so they would make like more people go see it. And it didn't even make $1 million during the weekend. Not even.
Well, okay, I'm trying to remember. I don't think I've seen the trailer for this since we talked about it last.
I don't think I have the trailer on me right now, but it was.
I haven't seen it advertised on YouTube. Haven't seen it on TV.
Yeah.
Nothing. Nowhere. Facebook. There's been no ad. There's no ad campaign for this.
Yeah. So basically, what Playmobil what they did was they did like a no-risk distribution deal, is what it's called. So basically allow like the studio to kind of collaborate with like all these different partners and everything. So everybody putting money forward, so they're not losing a whole lot of money because they probably knew it was going to do that. And it's essentially just a Lego movie. It is exactly a Lego movie. They even have two little characters in there. Anna Taylor-Joy's in it, and she has a little brother. You know how in the Lego movie they have like the kids playing, and Will Ferrell is the dad.
Yes.
Same exact thing in this. Same exact thing. It's basically one big commercial for a toy. But no wonder it bombed. Do you think it deserved to bomb? That's the last question I'll ask you.
I believe it did deserve to bomb.
Okay. I don't think it should have even been made. But judging from the trailer looked sucky. But I haven't seen the movie. Maybe the movie's half decent, but yeah, what did you expect, Playmobil?
Maybe it's going to like a wide release in Germany because I think Playmobil's from Germany.
And it is. And I have no idea, but North America, it bombed hard. But guys, what do you think about any of these topics that we talked about today? You can leave a comment at facebook.com/Studio67MCC. We'd love to hear what you guys have to say. So we're going to take a really quick break. When we come back, we're going to be talking about the Golden Globes and the nominations, what we think. What do we want to do?
Pogs the movie.
Not yet. We'll be right back.
When it comes to culinary arts, Nash Community College is here to turn your burning passion for food into a career. Our chefs, with over 70 years of highly qualified industry experience, are here to point you in the right direction, teaching and handing down classical culinary techniques that will improve your skills and help you cut your way into the food industry. Gain invaluable experience, vital to cooking and preparing delicious food, served in a personal and creative environment. To learn more about the Culinary Arts program, visit nashcc.edu.
There you go. Guys, welcome back to Big Bang Cinema. My name is Isaac. It's almost the New Year, Anderson.
I am Don. I'm your host, Don Cornelius.
Don Cornelius? What is it with you and the name Cornelius today?
Oh, man, you don't even know who that is.
Guys, talking about things that really don't make sense and don't matter in real life. The Golden Globes are here.
Absolutely. Golden Globe. You know what the Golden Globe is?
The drunk Oscars.
You should be watching this. You should have watched this. That's all it is.
You want to see how many statements I can make about my own political beliefs? Here you go. And you can't wait for the Oscars, apparently.
Stephen Colbert, too.
Stephen Colbert. Oh, Stephen Colbert's hosting this?
He did like the last 2 or 3 years.
Oh, I never watch them.
Nobody watches
I
them.
always read who wins afterwards because it's a good indication who's going to win the Oscar.
All it is, they get together, pat each other on the back.
Yeah, it's essentially just like one congratulation fest to celebrities. But anyway, I have the nominations here. We'll go through these real fast to what we think. So this is not an accurate representation of what is going to be in the Oscars, but it's most likely a pretty good pretty good guess.
Yes.
Some of these things we might not have heard of, some of these things we might have seen, but together, I think we probably have seen a lot of these things. So,
I'm ready.
I guess we should go with the big one. I only got the big ones. All the TV stuff and all the TV acting we didn't worry about because, we're a cinema show. But Best Motion Picture in the drama, so we have 1917, The Irishman, Joker, Marriage Story, and The Two Popes. Now, I haven't seen The Two Popes or Marriage Story, but I've seen pretty much all the rest of them.
Which is the wokest one?
The wokest one?
Yeah.
I don't know. I haven't seen. I imagine probably Marriage Story.
It's probably going to be the Marriage Story. Joker probably deserves, but it's probably going to be the Marriage Story.
Okay. I think Best Motion Picture is probably going to go to The Irishman. Just because Scorsese is Scorsese, and it's like a 3.5-hour film with big actors in it. My vote would probably be on, just from the technical aspects alone, I would probably go 1917, but it's not going to win. But I haven't seen Marriage Story. I'm very excited to see it, though. So, Best Motion Picture, musical or comedy. So we got Dolomite, Is My Name, Jojo Rabbit, Knives Out, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, and Rocket Man. What are you thinking on this? Have you seen Dolomite?
Dolomite Is My Name with Eddie Murphy.
Yeah. How
yes.
about? And you saw Jojo Rabbit, correct?
Yes, I saw Jojo Rabbit.
And we saw Knives Out. Obviously, we reviewed that. Rocket Man, you didn't see Rocket Man, did you?
No.
Okay. I saw Rocket Man.
It's
really
going to be
enjoyed it.
Rocket Man.
Okay. I think Rocket Man definitely deserves it because of the musical aspects of it. It was just too darn fun. And Taron Egerton did such a great job. The choreographer did a great job. And Dexter Jetster, that's not his name, but
Dexter Jetster.
No, that's the Star Wars guy.
Yeah.
The guy that directed the movie did a really good. It's like Dexter Fluxton or something like that. I forgot what his name was. But you know what I'm talking about. It's a quick Google search. So, Best Director. So we got Bong Joon-ho for Parasite. Mr. Sam Mendes from 1917. By the way, last week, I was trying to think of Sam Mendes' name. Finally thought of it right now. So thanks, people, for leaving that in the comments. Being sarcastic. Todd Phillips, The Joker. Martin Scorsese, The Irishman. Tarantino, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Tarantino.
Tarantino, why do you say that? Because
that was one of my favorite movies this entire year.
Okay. Just for direction alone, I'm probably going to go with... This is a tough one. I haven't seen 1917 yet, but knowing from it, that's a hard thing to direct. My vote's probably on Tarantino too, just because that movie was pretty solid. So also we have a few more in here that I forgot. Cynthia Erivo for Harriet. I never saw Harriet. Scarlett Johansson. Actually, wait, no, that's actresses. Sorry, skipped ahead. Never mind about that. So Tarantino it is. So next is actress in a motion picture. Cynthia Erivo, Harriet, Scarlett Johansson, Marriage Story, Saoirse Ronan, Little Women, Charlize Theron, Bombshell, Renee Zellweger, Judy. What do you think?
This is really hard because I don't think I saw most of those movies.
Come on, dude.
I really don't think I saw most of those movies.
Okay, so from the ones that I have, Little Women hasn't come out yet, so I would probably say Renee Zellweger with Judy. Probably my vote because that's the only one I've seen anything of. I've heard Charlize Theron is pretty great in Bombshell, so we're going to have to toss that one up. We'll just leave that one up in the air. So next is Best Performance by an Actress in a Musical or Comedy. I know which one you're going to pick. Awkwafina, The Farewell. Cate Blanchett, Where'd You Go, Bernadette. Beanie Feldstein, Booksmart. I know you're not going to pick that one. Emma Thompson, Late Night. Or Ana de Armas, Knives Out.
Ana de Armas.
Why you say that?
Because her face is just it's perfect. Like, I see her face and I look at her and be like, she's probably an incredible person in real life.
I'm sure she is. And they try to play her, like I said, they try to play her down in that movie, and it just doesn't work. I mean, you can't play that woman down. She's too gorgeous.
I mean, I'm a big fan of her face. Her face is incredible.
Heard that. Mine, my vote is probably going to go to. I did like Beanie Feinstein in Booksmart, but I'm going for Awkwafina in The Farewell. I thought she did great in that movie. I think she totally deserves it, and I loved that movie to death. It's probably one of my favorite of the year, actually. That's The Farewell. So there you go, kids. So supporting actress is Kathy Bates, Richard Jewell. I haven't seen Richard Jewell, but that's the Clint Eastwood directed film. Annette Bening, The Report. Never even seen The Report. Jennifer Lopez, Hustlers. Margot Robbie, Bombshell.
I haven't seen any of those movies.
Now I saw part of Hustlers, and I think Jennifer Lopez has a good shot at this. I don't know if she's going to win. Kathy Bates is hard to beat. She wins all that kind of stuff. Laura Dern in Marriage Story sounds pretty good. Margot Robbie has a good chance in between Lopez and Margot Robbie. What do you think?
Margot Robbie.
Okay. So
like
we
her
will see
face
on that. Best Actor. Christian Bale, Ford vs. Ferrari, Antonio Banderas, Pain and Glory. Never saw that. I think it's a TV show, so don't even worry about that one. Adam Driver, Marriage Story, Joaquin Phoenix, Joker. Jonathan Pryce, The Two Popes.
That's a hard one. I really want to say Joaquin Phoenix for the Joker.
I think he totally deserves that one. Yes. I think we're pretty in agreement on that.
His performance became a cultural pop icon.
Yeah, I mean, he became the incel icon for a little bit. So this one's music or comedy best actor. Knives Out, Daniel Craig, Roman Davis, Jojo Rabbit, Leonardo DiCaprio, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, Taron Egerton, Rocketman, Eddie Murphy, Dolomite. Murphy.
One more time.
Daniel Craig, Knives Out, Roman Davis, Jojo Rabbit, Leonardo DiCaprio, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Leo.
Okay, you sure?
Absolutely. Leo's on the list. I always vote for Leo.
My vote's for Eddie Murphy, but Leo will probably win. You're probably right. So I think we only have time for maybe like one more. So we got a few minutes left. We'll keep going, okay? Best performance by an actor supporting. Tom Hanks, A Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood. Anthony Hopkins, The Two Popes. Al Pacino, The Irishman. Joe Pesci, The Irishman. Brad Pitt, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Brad Pitt.
Okay, why do you say that?
I love both. I love that movie so much. I feel like they both did an incredible job in them.
Okay. My vote on this is Tom Hanks because Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood I thought was a pretty solid film. I really enjoyed it. He wasn't quite Mr. Rogers, but he became his own little character that I really thought was very good, and he wasn't doing an impression. He was just doing a really good character. So my vote is on Tom Hanks. So, although Brad Pitt did a really great job in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. So, best screenplay: Noah Baumbach, Marriage Story, Bong Joon-ho and Hong Jin-won, and Parasite. Anthony McCartan, The Two Popes. Tarantino, obviously Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Steven Zalian, The Irishman.
Tarantino.
Okay, my vote, just because I haven't seen it, but I've heard the screenplay is really fantastic, is Noah Baumbach, but it'll probably go to Tarantino. You're probably right. Zalian, I would probably give it to just because he wrote a 3.5-hour film. That takes some stamina, homie. Good job. Best original score, like Little Women, Alexandra Desplat. We haven't even seen that one. Hildur, the guy that did the Joker. Okay, I think we should just say that. Randy Newman, Marriage Story. Thomas Newman, 1917. So Newman against Newman. Daniel Pemberton, Motherless Brooklyn. And I know you've probably only seen a handful of these. So what are you thinking?
I know who Randy Newman is.
Judging Randy, I have seen a little bit, just judging from the trailer of Marriage Story. The Joker, I felt like it was very appropriate for the source material and everything. I gotta see more of this. My vote's probably on Randy Newman though.
You got a marriage problem. You got a marriage problem. Don't forget what your counselor said.
With me. Okay. Well, anyway, I think he's actually really good for that film. But best original song, we got two more after this. Two more, including this one. So best original song, motion picture, Beautiful Ghost, Cats. We're just gonna count that one out. I'm Gonna Love Me Again, Rocket Man. Into the Unknown, Frozen 2, which I think is like the Let It Go.
Idina Menzel.
Spirit, The Lion King, Stand Up, Harriet. Vote.
Second
I'm gonna
one.
love me again, Rocket Man, because I liked that movie a lot.
I say Rocket Man too.
Heard that. I think we're both in agreement. Beautiful Ghosts and Cats, you can just go cough up a hairball somewhere in the corner. And lastly, Best Motion Picture Animated, How to Train Your Dragon, The Hidden World, Frozen 2, Lion King, Missing Link, Toy Story 4. So we have seen a lot of
Ooh,
these.
yeah, man, that's hard. Toy Story 4 maybe.
I don't even remember what happened in How to Train Your Dragon. I just remember that night I got so tired I fell asleep in the theater. But Toy Story 4, I'm going to go with that one. Yeah, Toy Story 4. So there you go, kids.
How did Lion King even make the list?
Well, technically it is animated. It's not live action.
No, it's almost so terrible. How did it make the list?
Because what other animated movies do you know this year that are award-worthy? Exactly. Guys, thanks so much for watching. We really do appreciate it. You can leave a comment at facebook.com/studio67ncc. Love to hear what you guys have to say about any of the topics that we talked about today. But anyway, guys, thanks so much for watching. Next week, last week of Big Bang Cinema for the year, and we're talking about Jumanji, the next level. And I never saw the first one, so I might have to watch the first one. But Tyler, you excited for the last show of next year?
Absolutely.
Sorry. And we're, get this, we're doing a lot of cool, fun changes. Let us know if you want us to try something different for the upcoming season of Big Bang Cinema. You want us to update the set, update the background. We got a new intro, some new segment stuff. It's going to be a lot of fun next year. But anyway.
I'm excited.
Yeah, my name is Isaac. That's the same shirt I wore 4 weeks in a row, Anderson.
I am Don Cornelius.
And you stay lovely. Have a good weekend.